SpaceX vehicle headed to the International Space Station. Today we accomplished the first flight off the Florida coast in quite some time, and Doug and I were really proud to have an opportunity to be a part of that. We're doing it in a brand new spaceship, a spaceship that's a lot different than its namesake Endeavour, the space shuttle, and that it has touch display screens that allow us to accomplish most of the interfacing requirements that we have. We'll have Doug pans over and points at the display in front of me. You can see the forward view that we had interesting. There's a command. This little button over here is actually what the commands are for our displays. One thing that does get lost is there is a extensive button panel down below as well. So over on this side, we can just turn the displays on and off, as well as set some commands for some contingency situations. On the other side, we have the ability to deploy shoots and things like that on entry. So we do have some buttons, but the primary interface is these displays. So nice, new, modern cockpit that we've got for our compared to our namesake, the Space Shuttle Endeavour. I'm going to migrate a little bit away from our seats here, and Doug from his seat is going to continue to try to follow me so you can tell what can be seen from the seat that he sits in. So from his seat, when he is inside in the vehicle, strapped in, this is what his view actually looks like. You can see a window off to the one side. We each have a window that we can view out and see what's going on outside. That was exciting on asset for us to be able to see the arm rotate away from the pad, and that's when we both, I think, knew that we were going to launch today. So that was super cool. I've got one on my side as well. The hatch that we came in is the hatch that's right behind me. It is a little bit of a tight quarters, but I'm going to try to demonstrate some of the capability that we have now that we're in zero gravity. So I think I was requested to do a backflip. I'm going to kind of do a side spin, which is a little bit of a permutation on that request. So hopefully you can see what it's like to actually float in zero gravity. And Doug and I are super excited that we got the opportunity to do this again today, even before the end of May. So that was super cool. We did. It turns out end up with one stowaway on board our vehicle when we launched today. It was not just Doug and I to accomplish the launch here. We do have an Apatosaurus aboard. We both have two boys who are super interested in dinosaurs, and we collected up all the dinosaurs between the two houses, and Trimmer, the Apatosaurus, got the vote from the boys to make the trip into space today with us. And so that was a super cool thing for us to get a chance to do for both of our sons, who I hope are super excited to see their toy floating around with us on board. I'm sure they would rather be here given the opportunity, but hopefully they're proud of this as well. Okay, as we work our way towards one of the windows, unfortunately it's getting a little bit dark, but I don't know if Bob can pan over here. We just passed off of the coast of Newfoundland, and we're headed over over the Atlantic right now. I don't know if you can get a good picture of that. Anyway, hopefully you enjoy that view as we pass over the Atlantic, and I think with that we will work ourselves back into the seats and wrap things up for this evening. Making a nice big smile for the camera. I hope you enjoyed the trip today with us on board the Dragon Capsule Endeavour with our friend Trimmer, the Apatosaurus, and Doug and I. We just would like to thank SpaceX, we'd like to thank NASA, and we'd like to thank the American people for the opportunity today. And we're really proud of the entire team that was able to accomplish a space flight again from the Florida coast. Just a wonderful experience. Doug and I are just so proud to be a part of it, and just want to thank everybody who gave us this opportunity and worked so hard to make this happen today. So with that, I think it'll be good night from Capsule Endeavour. Good night to everyone at NASA and SpaceX. SpaceX and the United States, and congratulations to the teams that got us into orbit. And we're looking forward to seeing Chris Cassidy and his Russian colleagues aboard the International Space Station tomorrow morning.
I don't know about you, Leah, but I will probably be able to watch that tour of Crew Dragon many, many times. Seeing it.
This is SpaceX MD. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Have a good night.
That was outstanding, Chris. Great to talk to you.
And Doug, last but not least, Mike will be waking you up. So bid you adieu and good night. We'll see you on station.
Thank you. Night.
Alright, so there we heard some very entertaining back and forth between Dragon Corps here in Mission Control and Hawthorne and Bob and Doug as they were getting their goodnight lullaby. And basically what we heard there was our control team here in Hawthorne saying, hey guys, we're gonna let y'all sleep. We're gonna make sure that nobody calls out anything unnecessary while you're trying to sleep. But we did hear that there was a little bit of an update to the timing of the transfer burn. So we did hear that that will actually take place while they are sleeping, but we gave them the heads up that, hey, it's only going to last 30 seconds and we will not give you the call out, or as in the Dragon Corps member will not give the call out that it was nominal, just because we want you guys to keep sleeping. So unfortunately, we weren't able to keep that out of their sleep, but sometimes that happens, but they are now aware of it and very prepared. So at this point, they are entering what is known as pre-sleep. It's basically free time, about an hour, for them to do whatever they want as they prepare to go to bed.
Yeah, so I think also on board, there are some window covers. It would be hard to want to cover up that amazing view, but we do circle the Earth about 16 times a day. So you're seeing 16 sunrises and sunsets, and I think that would be pretty confusing to your circadian rhythm.
Absolutely.
And so they have the opportunity to, put some shades on the windows and get some real darkness in the cabin.
Yeah, absolutely. That frequent orbiting around the Earth provides lots of opportunities for great views, but as you might imagine, those constant sunsets and sunrises would certainly be disturbing to a sleep routine, and we really want them to have get as close to 8 hours of sleep as possible. So minimizing the opportunity for distractions or for things that might force them to wake up is what we're trying to avoid there. So yeah, I could definitely imagine that some blackout curtains on board Dragon would be absolutely necessary. Unless if they maybe had face masks. I wouldn't mind if an eye mask, NASA eye mask with, one eye's the meatball, the other one is the worm. I could see it.
We've got to please both crowds.
Exactly.
There was a little bit of a war going on earlier today.
Yep. I have
Worm and the meatball.
already stated my proud support of Team Worm. However, I did see that Leland sent out a photo on Instagram earlier that was the worm ball.
Yes, I saw that too. I love both. I'm proud to wear both.
Yeah,
so we've got both on my jacket too. We're well covered with NASA insignia.
Yeah, for sure. So like we said, Bob and Doug are entering pre-sleep. We won't be hearing from them anymore until it is time for them to wake up. We have just passed the 4-hour and 30-minute mark, so we're now at 4 hours and 32 minutes. So again, this journey that they are taking to the International Space Station will span over 19 hours. We will be here live providing coverage throughout that entire time. So if you want to go take a nap, that's totally cool. Be sure to tune back in when you wake up, because Bob and Doug might be waking up as well. But we will be here throughout the evening. Of course, we have friends in other parts of the country, or the other parts of the world. If you're British or if you're German or if you're Japanese, different times of day. Everyone's waking up, and I think that that's something really cool about this particular broadcast is that everyone in the world at some point in their day will be awake for the Demo 2 mission and tuning in. So, yeah, on that note, let's do a little bit of a mission recap.
Yeah, that sounds great. So, launch day started early today. Preparations beginning for our crew members about 4 hours prior to their launch. The crew completed their final medical checks before joining the SpaceX team to get into their spacesuits. After the suit up in the NASA operations and checkout building, the crew walked out. We saw it walking out those famous 2 doors and waved goodbye to their family, and we saw some virtual air hugs. Oh, just gets
so
me.
heart-wrenching.
It gets me every time. So we saw some of that too as they said farewell to their family outside. The next destination for the crew was the launch pad. They boarded their Teslas, and it took about 20 minutes for them to get to pad 39A, where the Falcon 9 and Crew Dragon spacecraft were waiting for them. And you know, this morning we woke up and thought it would be a 50% no-go day, and it just ended up being beautiful.
Honestly, I was trying to not get my hopes up again because it was really hard to turn around on Wednesday and say, okay, we're not going to space today. So it took me, it wasn't until like T-minus 15 minutes that I suddenly realized, okay, like we're going for it. And then I let myself jump back into the excitement, but I feel like I was pretty calm most of the day.
No, I think I was too. I definitely got swept up in on Wednesday. And so today, after we hit, like you said, that 15-minute mark, because where things had kind of cut off on Wednesday, I was like, oh yeah,
And then we started way less today than I did Wednesday.
So the crew got to the launch pad, and then about 2.5 hours before launch, they entered the Crew Dragon spacecraft. Walking over that crew access arm, they were getting some pretty amazing views out of the windows at Florida's Space Coast, and then they headed into the White Room and the vehicle itself. 40 minutes before launch, that crew access arm retracted, and a few minutes later, at T-minus 35 minutes before liftoff, the launch escape system was armed, allowing the Crew Dragon to escape the Falcon 9 on the launch pad or upon ascent. Should there be any anomaly, which we didn't see today, we saw a smooth ride into orbit. It was a beautiful launch. So with 35 minutes to go until launch, propellant loading began, filling the fuel tanks for those 9 Merlin M1D engines. And then just 5 minutes before launch, Dragon entered terminal count, meaning its onboard computers took control of the vehicle.
At 3:22 p.m. Eastern, 12:22 p.m. Pacific, those 9 Merlin M1D engines ignited, and Falcon 9 lifted off from Space Launch Complex 39A, ending a 9-year hiatus from human spaceflight at the historic Apollo 11 launch pad. With Falcon 9 first stage at full power, Bob and Doug began their journey to the International Space Station. Just after the T+9 minute mark, the first stage landed on the autonomous spaceport drone ship, which was stationed out in the Atlantic Ocean. Now, a couple minutes after that, we had payload separation, and that's when we finally saw Dragon flying free. Dragon executed later on the phase burn, which was the first of 5 major burns required to raise Dragon's orbit in its chase to the International Space Station. Around T plus an hour and 30 minutes, the crew completed the far-field manual flight test. Dragon is fully autonomous, so basically the spacecraft does all of the navigating and burns to get to station all on its own. That far-field manual flight test allowed the crew to test the systems that would allow them to override Dragon's computers and maneuver manually should they ever need to take control.
After the flight test, the Dragon spacecraft executed the boost burn. The boost burn raised Dragon's apogee, or the highest point of its orbit, to just 10 kilometers lower than the space station. This was the second of those 5 major burns that are propelling Dragon on its mission, and it lasted about 7.5 minutes. The third of the major burns occurred about 45 minutes later. That's the close co-elliptic burn. The firing of the Draco thrusters lasted just under 10 minutes and placed Dragon on an orbit roughly co-elliptic with the space station. This means Dragon is now maintaining that 10-kilometer orbit below station rather than just reaching it at the apogee.
Yeah, so we've had a super exciting day already. More to come, certainly. The journey to the International Space Station has just begun. Like we've said over and over again at this point, 19 hours Bob and Doug have on their mission, or excuse me, on their journey chasing down the station. And, you know, we talked about long car rides before and being in confined spaces. This would definitely qualify as an epic ride of some sort, not a car ride, but, you know, I guess spaceship ride. And that's part of, you know, just getting to space is, in this case, you know, we only have 2 astronauts on board Crew Dragon today, but in the future we will have 4. So I suspect their ability to do backflips, as we saw in that little tour of Dragon, might be a little bit more limited.
They'll get every opportunity once they get to the space station.
That is true. That is very true.
And hopefully that 8 hours of sleep, if they're able to sleep, I might be too excited. I know I would be too excited after a day like that. But hopefully that'll help them pass some of the 19 hours and then you wake up and you're practically there, right? I mean,
Exactly.
So we took a look at everything that happened today, but once the crew wakes up in the morning, we'll have a number of events that will eventually lead to the docking, targeted for 7:29 a.m. Pacific. However, there are still a couple of milestones to occur while the Crew Dragon crew is still asleep. The first of those is actually the space station crew will wake up. Currently on board the station is NASA astronaut Chris Cassidy and Roscosmos cosmonauts Anatoly Ivanishin and Ivan Wagner. About 30 minutes after the space station crew wakes up, Dragon itself will perform the 4th maneuver known as the transfer burn. This is where we're raising Dragon's apogee, or the highest point of its orbit, to just 2.5 kilometers below the station.
About 15 minutes after the close co-elliptic burn completes, it'll be time for our 2 dads in space to wake on up. They've chosen a particular song to be played as their wake-up anthem. We don't know what it is just yet, so be sure to tune in here on our webcast in a few hours, about 8 hours now, in order to hear it first. We round everything out with a final co-elliptic burn to once again maintain the constant orbit beneath the station. This time it'll be at just 2.5 kilometers below. And then we'll get into the approach initiation and final stages of Dragon's rendezvous with the space station. Now this is really exciting because when we get into those integrated operations, we transfer control from Mission Control Center here in Hawthorne over to Houston. So that team, that switchover, those teams will transition to integrated operations roughly 45 minutes prior to approach initiation.
Yeah, so during that approach, SpaceX flight controllers will work in tandem with the NASA team in Houston, as you mentioned, to activate and test out a number of systems on Dragon, including bi-directional communications with the station using the C2V2 system, which stands for Common Communications for Visiting Vehicles. And that also sets up a data stream from Dragon to the station, giving another path for Dragon telemetry to come to the ground and giving an additional command capability to astronauts on the station. They'll also maneuver Dragon to the proper altitude and initialize the navigation sensors used for the methodical approach to station.
At approximately 5:27 a.m. Pacific, Draco thrusters on Dragon will fire